Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, and thank you for your attendance of today's auction, 25 at 31 McIntyre Street in Burwood. Tim Heavyside's my name. I'm the auctioneer, well supported by a team which includes Daniel Steer here to my right, who you may have met during the course of the marketing of this fine property. We've also got a number of colleagues, that being Brock, who'll be combing through the crowd, Holly on the whiteboard, Holly writing down all the bids as we get down to that part of the sequence of the auction. And behind me is also in supporting role is Sasha. And on behalf of our firm, that being Heavyside, we certainly appreciate your attendance. Today's auction shall be held in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the start of our auction. Our vendors have a reserve price, and as the auctioneer, I'll certainly indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and it does provide fines for such conduct. The rules permit vendor bids. The words I will use during the auction to indicate I'm making a bid on behalf of our vendor are the words vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. Additionally, we may refer the bid at any time with our vendor. Any questions at this stage? Are we comfortable? Perfect. What a beautiful day. What a cracker. Who said there isn't any spring in the weather at the moment? There certainly is, and it is today. Ladies and gentlemen, this property, 25 at 31 McIntyre Street, was originally built in the year 1994, was part of that Jeff Kennett era where there was on this site the old Burwood Primary School. They've thought about it a lot back in 1994 and developed all these 43 individual units. They're all individually owned to this wonderful development. It's been fairly well kept. Some of the things that we've heard in terms of feedback from the buyers, which is the most important type of feedback, is that it's a very pretty development. It is quite large, but it's all set around a nice spacious allotment of land. You're not on top of each other. The benefit of this particular property is it serves a dual purpose in that, yes, you are deep set down off McIntyre Street. You've got the access to get to the convenience of Burwood Highway and the benefits that has. This is a single level home. You get better enjoyment out of a single level home. But the extra icing on the cake with this particular property is that it's beautifully renovated. It's all renovated. There's nothing for you to do. It's what we call a good old fashioned key turner, where you put the key in the door, you turn the key, you open the door, and you move straight in and get on with living. It is all about lifestyle. This home has been not just renovated, it's been renovated by previous contestants from Channel 9's The Block. The block has been renovating this home on the actual commission from the owners, from Natalie, our vendor, and Steve, who have renovated the home using the company Charles Brothers Construction, and they're the ones, the ex-contestants who won the block a couple of times, those brothers, and they've done all the works here. What does that tell you? A surety that the works have been done and it'll stand the test of time. 2 delightful bedrooms. The main bedroom itself has the walk-in robe and the semi-ensuite effect. Private toilet, so it's all done for you. Light-filled kitchen and that very spacious outdoor entertainment area in terms of the courtyard. So if you've got a dog, plenty of room for your dog here. Dogs are allowed, of course, dogs are allowed in your life. If you don't have a dog though, you can certainly go and buy a dog. There's plenty of solutions around here in Burwood. But if you do have a dog, well, you can take the dog up to the Gardeners Creek. The dog will love you if you buy this home. And remember, if you don't have a dog, just go and get one. And you'll live longer, apparently, and more happier. With respect to the location, when I asked the vendors what they love about living here, they said, absolutely, you've got the tram at your doorstep. That'll take you either in the direction towards the Burwood Village, or in the other direction, you head up to the Kmart Plaza or Burwood 1. That is the oldest Kmart in Australia. It's the first one that was ever put there, and they've built a wonderful shopping centre around that. If you prefer the Brickworks estate to go to the movies, the cinema, it's all brand new cinemas there. Otherwise, Deakin University is just up the road, and of course, let's not forget about famous schools, which includes PLC directly across the street, which has won a lot of school awards in terms of that girls' school sector. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you well understand what the offering is here. We're here to help and support you make the decision to buy. But let's recap for a second. There's nothing for you to do. It's single level. It serves your purpose today. It'll serve your purpose in the future. Let's get down to business. We are seeing sales in the area. Selling 680, 700,000, 750, 800, 850, 900, certainly well beyond. But I'm asking you now for a fair, reasonable start, 25 at 31, McIntyre Street, here in Burwood, ladies and gentlemen. Who would like to kick the ball into play? Stop me where you will. Question I have for you is, how much? I'm listening. Who'd like to kick it off at, say, 680,000? Who would like to make a start at that level? Yep, and we're going to start, and I thank you for it. I welcome you. Hope you're with me at the end. At 680, we've got to start just here. At 680, looking for a $10,000 bid. Hey, $10,000 rise. Thank you, Holly. 680, thank you. And 690, 2 of you there. At 690, round me off to 700 if you want. At 690, fairly bid and offered. Your bid, looking for a further $10,000 rise. 10 the bid, 10 the number. Roll along nice and easy in 10,000 increments. At this price point now, 2 of you there. At 690, against you and everywhere else. At 690. $690,000. Fairly bid and offered now. At 690, looking for a further another $10,000 bid. At 690. I'll test you now. First time at 690,000. Second at 690. It's here. Yep. At 7 back in, 700,000 even. Your bid, sir, at 700,000. Looking for a further $10,000 bid. If you want to go higher, you're welcome to it. At 700,000 even now. 2 of you there. At 700,000, not a cocktail party for 2. Everyone's invited to join the party here at 25 and 31 McIntyre Street in Burwood. At 700,000 even now. Looking for a further $10,000 bid. 10 the rise. New bidder, 710. I thank you for it. 3 of you there now. That's 710. 3 now. 3 in the bidding. 720 back over. That's 720. These are the ones you want to win. That's 720. Life's great when you get what you want. That's 720,000. That's 720. Bids here against you now and you earlier. Haven't forgotten you. That's 720. Bids in the centre. Another 10 rise. Can I ask for a further 10? May I suggest a 10? The more you think about it, the more it makes sense. That's 700. Yep. I'll take your 5. Thank you now. That's 725. At 725, I'll go another 5. 5 the bid, 5 the rise.
And another 5 over here.
Thank you. Back in over at 735. At 730 now. Another 5 will get you back there. That's 730. 735.
Yep, another 5.
40. 740. Holly's going great, by the way. First time on the whiteboard. That's 740. She's killing it. 740. Another 5. Stick to it. These are the ones you want to win. That's 740. It's okay. In the end, it's all okay. Haven't got yet? Yep, 745 back over 745. 5 the bid. 5 the rise.
Yep, another 5.
50 now. At 750. 750 bid. That's 750,000. Here in the centre at 750,000. Another 5. Stick to it. That's 750. Daniel says we're on the market, ladies and gentlemen. We are selling to the highest bidder on the market. That's 750 in the centre. If you've been holding back. 755. Back in over. 755. And another 5, can I ask? 755 just here. Come with me. And earlier. Or a new bidder. Happy to accept a new bidder as well. That's 755. Is it 755 actually? 755. Bid's here. It's against you and you earlier. On the market, meaning the last person standing wins the prize. What an opportunity it is now at 755,000. Bid is here. I'll test you now. First time. That's 755,000.
Another 5 here.
760. Stick to it. 760 now. 760 I have. I've listened to Daniel. He's pretty good at his job. At 760. Rock's doing a good job as well. So's Holly. Sasha, haven't got you. That's 760,000. Welcoming our new neighbour into this fantastic neighbourhood in Burwood. City on the rise in Burwood. Shops, schools, public transport. Reclaim your weekends, tennis, golf, shopping, whatever you want to do. You don't have to look at houses. You can just get on with living. Life's great when you get what you want. That's 760. This is what you want. That's 760. It's here with you, sir. Stick to it. Can we do 2.5? How about I do 2.5 and we do 1 next?
Oh, really? I'll have to be someone else then.
All right, I'll take you 1. 761. She's tough on me. 761. And if you'd like another one, you can send. Yep, 2. 2 the bid. 762. 762 now. Another one will get you back on top. 762. Playing for keeps on the market. Selling to the highest bidder now at 762,000. Bid is here. Go another 1,000. If you want to go higher, you can as well. At 762, the bid is here. 762. First time now at 762,000. Playing for keeps on the market. Selling second at 762. It's only 1,000. Just talking about your dream here. Irrespective, if you're an investor, what's great about this property, the owner's corporation fees are low, less than 1,000. The return is high. Excellent rental return. If you're a homeowner, you've got great neighbours here. Some of them are here. Put your hands up if you're a bad neighbour. Look at that. Great neighbours. It makes sense now, it'll make sense tomorrow. Secure your future today. That's 762. Bid's here. Best decision you'll make. 762. First time at 762,000. Second. Siobhan, Declan. Go check your bid. It's against you. It's with you, Sam. Third and final time. That's $762,000. In, out, yes, no, need to know. I want to be sure. Once I bring the hammer down onto this contract, the property be sold, except no late bid at $762,000. Bid is just here. This gentleman. Have I got your best? Why don't you do a cheeky 500?
Take it.
Cheeky 5? Go half. $500? Thank you for it. 762 and a half. Thanks, Holly. 762 and a half.
Yeah, another 500.
Why don't you go to 800,000? Just suggesting. We go on up here. Just go another half and half, and I'm just trying to help out here. Maybe have a chat to Brock. He might give you some guidance as well. Current bid is here at 762 and a half. Would you round me off to 770, sir? Could you round me off to 770?
I'm not going to bid against myself.
Well, the bid's here actually. I'm asking for a higher bid than 500. The bid is currently here. You can, I'll accept your 500, but I'm suggesting a higher number, and I'll provide the same suggestion back on. But I'm just trying to help you in. And ultimately, that's what you want to do, isn't it? Win. Life feels good when you win.
Okay, just the 500.
Certainly, I'll accept that. Thank you for it. At 763, and I'll take your half, but I'm offering the same suggestion. How about you round me off to 770? At 700, at 763,000. Got my numbers muddled up. 763,000 just here.
765.
Thank you for it. So that's an up bid, sir. I was suggesting the same. Good bid. That's 765,000. Isn't Holly's writing very nice on the whiteboard? Everyone can understand it. 765. Bid's just here. Against you. By the way, I haven't forgotten you over here. And if you've got a white horse, you want to come in on the white horse at the end, welcome a new bidder. That's 765,000. Bid's just here. Against you and you earlier.
So they want to make another 1,000.
Yes, good thinking.
766.
766. Thank you so much, Brock. Well done, Sam. That's 766. I like your up bid. I like the way you're thinking. Love that winning mentality. We are getting into that spring market thought process. That's 766,000. The bid is just here. Stick to it. These are the ones you want to win. Go home tonight and celebrate. I don't know what you're drinking. Maybe Pinot Noir. Who knows? That's 766,000. Bit of champagne to start and you end up in the Pinot. Who knows? That's 766. Providing Daniel an opportunity to chat. Walk your dog to Gardener's Creek. Dog will probably walk you eventually. $766 on the market. OTM on the market. Bid's just here. Gets you earlier and everywhere else at $766,000. Thank you for it. 768. I apologise. 768. 68 I bid. 68 I have. 768. Rock's very experienced, helping bidders like this. If you need assistance from Rock, need assistance from Daniel. 768 presently.
Yeah, another 2,000 here.
Makes it 70. 770. 770 I have. 770 I bid. On the market. Playing for keeps. Welcome our new neighbour into the neighbourhood. Here at 25 at 31, McIntyre Street in Burwood. Pretty development. Easy on the eye, easy on the upkeep, easy living. Beautifully renovated. You don't have to watch Channel 9 The Block, you can just love it. It's all done. You know, you see on Channel 9, gee, wouldn't it be nice to buy one of those properties? You can buy it. We're here. $770 now. $770 I have. $770. I'm asking for a further rise now at $770,000. On the market now, $770. All you've got to do is have your nose in front at the end. $770 your bid. Sometimes you've got to fight for the good ones. That's $770. The more you think about it, the more it makes sense. That's $770 now. First. Second. 72. 72 back over. 72 I have. Thanks, Hop.
775.
775. May I suggest 780? 775. Can I suggest 780? Can you give me a nod on the 780? 775 now. 780. 780 now. 780 on bid. 80 now. 80 I have. Certainly, 782. Potentially 5 if you like. 782. 82. Your bid. That's 782,000. On the market. That's 782.
85.
Thank you for it. 85.
Another 2.
Thank you for it. 87. 87 now. Make it 90. Nice confident bidding. That's how you win. Option, it's all about winning. These are the ones you want to win. That's 787,000, 787. Sounds like an airplane. That's 787. Where's the destination going? Your home, your investment. That's 787. Thank you for it. 788. 88 now. Round me off to 90. 790.
789.
Thank you for it. 789 and 90. 789. Sorry for 9. 789.
Terrible.
That joke.
Terrible.
789. 90, thank you for it. 790. That's it. The kills big. 790. $7.90 now. Look back in time.
Another one.
$7.91. Another nod. Why don't you have a little chat with Daniel? Have a little talk. You wouldn't believe this, but Daniel's actually quite a good talker. $7.91. Bed's here. That's $7.91, your bid, sir. Don't worry about the market. Worry about your personal circumstances. Your personal circumstances means this property is right for you. Sometimes you've got to stretch to get the ones you want. At $7.91, you're definitely out. I thank you for the bidding. Take it for it. At $791, if I don't get a further advancement, I'll sell to the highest bidder, which is this gentleman over here. I'll call 3 times. Last chance to come into it at $7.91 for the first time, second, third, and a final time. In, out, yes, no, need to know. It's about to sell. It's going, done. Congratulations, well purchased. On behalf of our firm, that being Heavyside, we certainly appreciate your attendance. Wish you a good day. Enjoy the weekend. Thank you.
Yeah,